Hello everyone. I thought I would pop along and do an unboxing video for you to show you what's in the kit for the William Morris inspired flip out journal. So I've done two samples. Before I get to showing you through the samples in a bit more detail, I'm going to show you what's in the kit. So let's take all the bits and bobs out, and hopefully I've got the camera in the position where you can see it all. Now, first off, instructions. I've put in here, I'm not going to give you instructions of how to piece every single thing together, because this is your journal and you know everyone's got a different style. You'll want to put it together how you want to, but what you do need is step-by-step instructions of how to actually piece the journal together, because there are pockets and tuck spots and things like that. So I've given you step by step so you know exactly how to do that. So let's dig in, and I'll find first of all, so this is what the basic structure of the journal is made out of, and it's 4 wage slip envelopes. So the instructions show you step by step how to piece these together, which bits to stick, which bits to cut out to give you your fold out. Right, so let's get started with the bigger bits, I think. So you're getting an A4 sheet of craft card. So this is for making any little tags that you want to go into your pockets, cutting up for your embellishments, anything you fancy really, but I thought I'd put in craft card because the colour goes nicely. You've also got 1 sheet here of tea dyed paper, and you'll see what that is for when I get to the samples that I show you through, but this is enough to make a little notebook that actually goes within the flip out journal. And we've got a printout here on A4, so you've got lots of words in uppercase and lowercase for each word, depending on what you want. And I actually type these out on my old typewriter and then scan them into the computer, so they've got that real kind of old feel about them. I've chosen some images here that I thought went with the whole feel of William Morris, and I've actually forgotten the name of the book now I've come onto the video, but these images are taken from a botanical book which the National Trust has listed as one of William Morris's biggest inspirations when he was growing up, and the nature inspiration that he got. So I thought I'd put those in there, and they're nice for your embellishments. Paper wise, we have, so going from the bottom up, 1 sheet of vintage music score. Okay, so that'll be various ones, and you've got 2 sheets of vintage book pages as well. So again, nice for backings and for embellishments as well. Now let's get on to, and 1 green sheet, because that's a good colour to correspond with everything that's going in. There's a it's mainly kind of rich reds, golds, golden yellows and greens, so I've put in a sheet of green. One side has got a slight, well, it's not really a sparkle, but there's a well, yeah, for want of a better word, I'll call it a slight sparkle, but the other side is matte, so you can choose whichever side you fancy. And then onto the papers. So these are William Morris wallpapers. So I've cut down some samples for each pack. So you'll get all the same colours, but sizes may vary slightly depending on how I've cut into them. So you've got lots of nice patterns there for your backings. And actually the samples that I show you, I've actually used less papers than in the pack, because I wanted to save a lot of it for the packs rather than use for my samples, and I still had some left over as well. But these 2, the most detailed ones, these are great for kind of cutting into. This one you'll see on the example I've used for the front cover to cut out, but then also you've got the backing as well. And what I say in the instructions is any little tiny, even the tiniest of offcuts you have, don't throw them away, because when you're doing your embellishments or altered paper clips, anything like that, even the tiniest bits are really helpful. So now we go on to the fabrics. Again, your patterns will vary slightly, only in the fact that it depends at which part of the pattern they've been cut from. But what I've done in each pack is you've got the same selection. It's just that you would have, say that one for example, someone else will get the bottom of the pattern. But other than that, it's the same amount and the same colours that you'll get. Okay, so this one here I've chosen in, we've got the reverse colours almost. In the paper you've got the red and in the fabric you've got the green, but it's the same print. And then you've got a nice range again, colourways I've picked to all go together. It's very kind of earthy, rich tones that all coincide really nicely together, and it's a nice weight of fabric. What I suggest is when you layer it, cut it down and actually fray the edges. I think that looks really nice. And then this bit of coloured fabric, you might get this colour, you might get a slightly brighter red, you might get a green. I think there's some golden yellow as well. So that's just a little extra that I found to put in there, so they will vary. You also get 20 centimetres of a nice really wide satin ribbon. So that's nice for trims, little tabs on your, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, what is the word of that basic thing that you use? It's gone, but it'll come back. Anyway, you've got some ribbon. It's late in the day, what am I talking about? And you have some nice dark lace. This is really nice for trim. You've got 30 centimetres of that. I've also popped in, let's leave that to one side before I talk about that. You've got some nice cord here, which is a twisted cord. That's nice to use again as trims or on your tags. That is the word that was evading me, tags. So it's nice to go into the top of a tag if you make one. And this lace I absolutely love. This is lovely to cut into, and I've also done a couple of kind of flip ups where you'll see in a second where I've stuck it down and you basically flip it up to reveal what's underneath. But these designs here are beautiful to cut out and put into little embellishments. I've then put, I'm not going to take them all out just because the way my evening's going, they're going to go everywhere. But I've selected a few, again, in the same colourways, some beads. You've got a tiny little heart in there. You've got 4 flat back pearls, which do have a sticky back, but I suggest you put glue on there anyway. You've got 2 wire pins there, and you've got 2 paper clips in there as well, for if you want to alter those. If you don't have any pliers to make your little dangle embellishment, I have put in some twine here so beads could thread onto that, but again you can use this for any other purpose that you fancy. So that's what's in the kit. Now I'll run through these 2 samples quite quickly, but for anyone that buys the kit, I'm going to put a detailed video onto my website on the members access page and talk you through the embellishments and how they all work. But you can see paper clip there, handmade paper bead with some of the beads that are in the kit. I've done some embossing on. You don't have to do that if you don't have any clear embossing, but I think it looks nice. And this one, I've actually used my sewing machine and I've stitched into it. The next sample I haven't, because obviously I know not everyone either has a sewing machine, wants to use it with paper, or you might not want to put stitch on there at all. So I've done one of each for you. Okay, so that's the front and the back cover. So I've left that quite plain. Fabric on the spine, so it opens out like this, and then we've got a pocket here and we've got a pocket here. So here's one of the tags, left blank on the back for if you want to do a bit of journaling, but you could decorate both sides if you wanted to. And again, those are stitched. A few of the images here laid up with layered with paper and with your fabrics as well, and then cut out here from the detailed papers. Another little tag in there, again blank on the back for anything else you might want to pop on there, and then some of the cord here just as a little ribbon tie. And you'll see as well, this stitched one I've left ends coming off as well, because I quite like that, but you might not. And then open it right out. So this is the full width of the journal. And this is where I was saying like a little reveal. So you've got the lace here, pull it up, and you've got your little, as Melissa would call it, a hairy bunny underneath. Okay. Then here, this is like a little notepad that I've stitched in, and this is done with the tea dyed paper. So I've only put 4 pages in it, but there is enough paper to do double that if you wanted to. Embossed again here. This is from one of the botanical pages, and then another tag on the inside with another hare facing the opposite way. So 2 little friendly hares looking for each other. And then here I've got another little paper clip. Actually, this paper clip is bigger than the one that you get in the kit, so ignore the size of it, it will be a smaller one, but the principle's the same. Tiny little scraps that you can decorate up, so if you want to clip anything else in, or just use it as decoration. And you can see the lace throughout where I've cut the little bits off. So that was the first sample that I did. I was only intending to do one, but then I realised after the first sample I need to do another one to get the instructions and the photos done. So this one is quite different. You can see in the colourways, obviously the same pack, but they look very different. And I haven't done any stitching through this one either. So another altered paper clip there. Sorry, I'm nearly off camera up there, aren't I? I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Oh, and on the back here I've got a little made in England, because that was on the back of one of my papers, so I thought that would be quite cute to put on there. Tags again with some embossing on the wording, and all left blank on the back. And I've done 2 tags in here. This one was basically just using up some scraps, and that's the little heart embellishment you get. I basically put a little hole through with my pokey tool and use some of the string, and again you can write on the back if you want to, but that was literally just the scraps that were on my table. I pieced it together. This was the tag that I actually made to go into the pocket. Okay, so fabric on the top and another bit of lace. Another charm dangling here on a paper clip. So that's with the wire that you get in the kit as well. But if you don't have any jewellery pliers or anything like that, then you can do it with just some cotton or some string that's in the kit. Open it out, and then so it's the same layout basically, but what I've done on this one, instead of stitching a pad in, I've actually done it so that you've got a little tuck there with the fabric. This is backed with the craft card, and I've just basically stapled it in and decorated the front. So you've got your little notepad there which can be taken out. Okay, so slide that one back under there. That sits in there. Another tag in there. Another little flip spot. And I really like that one that I've embossed as well. So that is a quick-ish flip through of what you can make with your kits. Okay, so I'm just about to launch them on the website. Very, very limited stock on these. I didn't have much in the way of the William Morris, and they are genuine William Morris papers and fabrics that are in there. I didn't have many, so it is first come, first served, limited edition. I might do another William Morris kit in slightly different colourways a little bit later on down the track, but for the moment the stock that's on the website is all I have. There won't be any more. So I hope you like that, and I will see you soon.